love, righteousness, and peace.
Good morning. So, in light of just the past week and the past week, I'm like, it's not the past week. It's like the past few, this month, this entire month. As you know, or maybe, I don't know. I feel like my videos are kind of all over the place, but I found out this month that I was pregnant, and it just feels even strange to say that because it feels like such a dream. And I was in such denial that I could even be pregnant because I had so many doctors tell me that I will never be able to get pregnant. And because of my hormones, because of really low progesterone and just low thyroid function, and I would never ever truly be able to get pregnant. And I was told that by so many different doctors that it really just, I mean, when you're told that by so many different doctors, and I used to drive all over to go to different doctors. Anyway, that was like such a big time period in my life. And so, when you're told that, I just really, it was always kind of just a deeply rooted belief that I had, but I also always knew that anything is possible. And so, but I was really in denial that I could be pregnant. When I was late on my period, I just figured, well, I'm just, I'll just take a test and it'll probably be negative, and then that's it. And I was just so shocked to see those two lines. Like, I literally was shocked to my core. I've never been so unbelievably amazed. I was shocked. I can't even there's no other word. I was just completely in almost disbelief, but I believed it because my brain was looking at these two lines. But shortly after I found out, and I waited a while to take the test. By the time that I found out, it was only just a few short days after that I ended up miscarrying our baby. And so it's been even this morning was a really hard morning. I just, grief is a very powerful thing. It just really hits you in waves. I feel like it really is like the ocean, where it can be very calm and you can feel like you're out in this ocean or looking out at the horizon and you feel hopeful, even though it's kind of like the ocean is so uncertain. At any moment, the waves can pick up and you can get taken under and feel like you're just held under there and like you just want to come up for air, but you can't. And or maybe you don't, like you're just like, I just can't even I can't, I'm just so broken right now. I want to be brokenhearted, because you don't, it's just strange. Grief is just so strange. It's just a mind. It's like a mind. It's like an ocean in your mind. And so in light of this past month, I was reading this morning, and my goal has always been to fill my mind and to be really rooted and grounded in love and in the truth and in what God says, and not necessarily in any given moment what I feel. And that has been my greatest source of hope and joy, and has really anchored me in this time of grief, because I know who walks with me, and I know who walks alongside of me, and I know that I'm never ever alone. Even though sometimes it can really feel that way when you're in the middle of grief, even though you know that other people go through it, you in that moment you really do feel like nobody knows my exact pain, and I'm sure that if you walking through anything, in a way, it's so strange because suffering is so universal. It's so universal. Everybody walks through the fire. Everybody goes through valleys. Everybody gets their heart broken. Everybody does. It's universal. Suffering is universal. And it's what makes our heart break for each other when we watch other people go through things that are difficult or hard. Maybe we've never been through that experience, but we sympathize with them. And maybe if we have been through that experience, we then empathize with them. And at the very same time, it's so strange because your heart isn't my heart and my heart isn't your heart. And I didn't grow up where you grew up, and I didn't have the parents or the figures that you had in your life. Bo came inside, so I was talking to him for a second. It's very universal, and it's also very unique at the same time, because I've never fully been in your exact shoes with your upbringing, with the books that you've read or or the things that make you excited, or the friendships that you've had and the experiences that you specifically have been through. And I think that that's what makes it so interesting and beautiful, because I feel like it would just take a lifetime. It would take a lifetime to get lost inside of somebody else's heart, to truly walk in their shoes. Just to imagine it is enough to move you emotionally, and is enough to fill your heart with what maybe broke theirs. But the one thing that does remain the same and that does remain constant is Jesus, who knows exactly our pain, who knows exactly what we've been through, who knows us, who formed us, who knew us before we even knew us. I don't remember being in my mother's womb, and yet he knit me together. And before my heart even broke, he formed my heart. And before I even had thoughts to think, he formed my mind. And he formed this heart of flesh that I have. And he put life and breath in me, and an eternal spirit and soul. And so I trust him. And so I fully trust him, because I don't know everything that there is to know. I find that it was so easy to, there was moments, there are times, there's always times where these shameful thoughts, for me personally, these shameful thoughts really came in so strong of just shame of my past. And I don't shame my past self. I don't shame 15, 16-year-old Cambria. And at the very same time, I would be dishonest if I said that shame didn't want to come in and take root and make me feel condemned for what I've done in the past. And because I know that God redeems us, and it's so easy to hide what's broken. It's so easy to just want to appear beautiful. It's easy to want to pluck up the weeds and disguise. There's no thorns in my garden, and I think that that's what it really is in our minds. Is this big, beautiful garden in our minds, and we get to choose what flourishes. We get to choose what's going to grow, and we get to choose to monitor and to take things captive that we don't want to be in there. We don't want these weeds. I gotta let my dog in. Don't be afraid to pull up those toxic thoughts in your mind, to pluck them up, and not for them to take root, and to say, no, I'm not going to let you grow. I'm not going to think about you and repeat you over and over in my mind. I'm going to choose thoughts that are going to make me flourish. And sometimes growth doesn't necessarily look like, the flowers blooming in front of your eyes. It looks like keeping the weeds out. And that can sometimes be a full-time job in some seasons, And so I just want to encourage you that you can have a beautiful garden. You can. And there is hope. There is hope for your deepest dreams, and there is hope for your deepest desires, because a desire fulfilled is sweet to the soul, and he withholds no good thing from those who walk uprightly. And I just want to encourage you to keep walking and to keep going. I truly believe that is when we really will find so much beauty around us. We really will. And not because there's necessarily no weeds or it's perfectly sterile, but we've cultivated and we've been mindful, and we've tended to our garden in the best way that we can. And a tended to garden is naturally going to have, it doesn't mean that there is never going to be crazy winds, or you're going to go through periods where you have a drought and there's no water. And, that's not what it means, that it's like perfect and like super, that's just not reality. But a tended garden is a beautiful garden. And it's just a part of life, that there's going to be weeds and droughts and pests and bugs, but we're going to make it beautiful. We're going to fight for beautiful. And that's what I really hope that we can do. And so that's what I want to encourage you to do. So today I'm excited. It's a beautiful weekend. It's a beautiful day. And I hope that my goal today is to get some Christmas decorating done. I think we're gonna go get a tree and decorate for Christmas. That's one of the things that I really want to prioritize, not just today, but like in life, in this even next upcoming year, and in this next day, week, month, of prioritizing fun and play and doing things that I really love to do for the sake of doing them. And I hope that you can do that too. I feel like for a long time I've heard that, and I know that, you know, we don't just want to go, but we want to cultivate fun and do things, you know, kind of awaken that inner child within us to do things that are fun just for the sake of doing them. Like, what do you love to do? What's fun for you? What's just purely fun? And last night we had a game night with our family, and it was just so fun. It was so fun, and it was just such a silly game, and we were laughing. And, you know, in those moments, it's so good for the soul. It is so good. It is so nourishing. I'm really reminded that nourishment is so much. It is not just found on our plates and what we eat. It is found in our life, and we cultivate a life of nourishment. And that's really what I'm trying to say, even with our minds, that we cultivate a mind that nourishes us and that nourishes the soil of our garden, of our life. And so for health is so much deeper. It's so much deeper than what we do, what we, you know, do or don't. I don't know. You know, it's who we are. It's really who we are. And so I'm excited. I want to just kind of have a fun day. Ah! Oops.
That's some spicy chili beans.
I know, it kind of is spicy. Mine was spicy too the other day. So we're about to go get our tree and just kind of have like our fun, cozy day. But I made my Adrenal Cocktail really quick. I'm making it with coconut water now. So there's like a lot of different variations that you can do, but it's literally all it is just coconut water, but you want to make sure that you're getting enough coconut water so that you're making sure that you're getting enough potassium. So coconut water, a cup of coconut water, half a cup of orange juice, and then a quarter teaspoon of salt. And then you mix it all up. And this is so rich in electrolytes, super hydrating, very nourishing to the body, and very supportive of the adrenals. So, you know, we just want to, that's what I'm trying to really do too this season, is really support my body's response to stress. So kind of imagine it like, this is the way that I like to think of it. I saw this thing online where, think about it like a fishbowl. So you are a fish in your little fishbowl, and you can try to sterilize and control that environment to the best of your ability. But then there is a whole ocean out there, you know, there's a whole ocean out there. And so it's this funny little thing that I saw, that this little fish was in the fishbowl, and then there was a little fish in the ocean. And that's the thing, is that we you know, fortunately and unfortunately, like, we can do our best, you know, do our best. But at the end of the day, I think one of the things that I've really learned is to really support your body's response to stressors, because that's the thing. There's always going to be stressors. There is always going to be deadlines. There's always going to be heartbreak. There's always going to be, you know, there's always going to be, and there can be really good stressors, you know, of writing a book like this last year and working on super diligently and long hours of, you know, building this incredible program. Or it doesn't even matter what, or studying, if you're in a season where you're studying and you're a student. And these are good stressors. You know, you're learning, you're growing, you're creating. But that's the thing, is that at the end of the day, our body, like, supporting our body and making it resilient to stress. The funny thing is I was literally looking into taking ashwagandha specifically. And ashwagandha is an incredible adaptogenic herb that is super supportive to the body's response and just helping the body mitigate and manage stress, especially hormonally for us women who really want to support our body. I'm going to keep you updated on like how it's going and how I feel, because I noticed in the second half of my cycle, my luteal phase, that I'm starting to be more aware. I'm starting to pay more attention to my body. So being in my luteal phase right now, which is kind of confusing coming out of what I just went to, but you know, figuring out like where you're at in your cycle again. But knowing your ovulation signs and everything like that. So ovulation, but then coming post-ovulation, I've noticed that I definitely feel like a little bit more anxious. I started feeling a little bit more stressed, uptight, and I know that my body isn't producing optimal amounts of progesterone. One of the things that I'm specifically adding, like the main thing I should say, when I say one, like the main thing that I really have been wanting to add in for so long is ashwagandha. So this is the ashwagandha in a little dropper. It's by Herb Farm, and I love this company. This is organic. I have even heard that it is amazing for thyroid health. Again, everything comes back to the thyroid because the thyroid is the regulator of the metabolism. And the funny thing is I was literally looking into getting ashwagandha and incorporating it into my wellness routine, and literally Herb Farm reached out to me, which I just think is such a God thing. They sent me their whole little fan favorites pack, which comes with their soothing throat spray, brain and memory for nervous system support. This is for immune support. The echinacea, this is gonna come so much in handy. It's gonna come such in handy. It's gonna come in handy for, you know, just this time of year. Love echinacea, so good. This is valerian, very, very calming, very supportive of sleep. And then this is kava, which is great for nervous system support. And then of course we have our ashwagandha. So, and then I think I said, yeah, the soothing throat spray, which how cool is this? Again, this is gonna be great for this time of year. So I'm so excited about this. And I'm like, I'm one of those people, I'm like, I would love to get this under the tree. I'm so excited. I'm gonna keep you updated on how I'm feeling with the ashwagandha and let you know how I'm feeling and just how I'm feeling, like even in my next luteal phase. Am I feeling less stressed? Am I feeling more calm? Am I not experiencing so many mood swings? And I know that so many of us can feel that way. Here we go. I'm gonna do like probably about this much, the serving size. So, okay, here we go, ashwagandha. I'm so excited. Okay, you know what? That's not bad at all. Actually, that's not even bad. I wouldn't even say, it's just it's a little bit earthy. That's the best way I could describe it. You know, when you do get like an herbal extract and you're kind of like, your senses are on guard. You're like, okay, is this gonna be, this is good. That was like earthy, but not bad. It's kind of like, I don't know, it kind of tastes good. I kind of like it in a way. Anyway, all right, let's go. Now I'm ready. I'm feeling calm. I'm feeling calmer already just talking about it and thinking about it. And let's go get our Christmas tree.
There it is.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, it's cool.
It's really cool.
I like the seasoning.
You do? Good. So I just cooked up some organic beef and I put a big old tablespoon of organic tomato paste in there. And then I seasoned it with chili, garlic, and onion salt. And then I just boiled the brown rice noodles, mixed with Parmesan, and then a cheddar and a splash of raw milk. And I just heated it up because we really need to go grocery shopping. But this is actually really good. And then salt and pepper.
Yeah, it's like a bougie hamburger helper.
Really? That's kind of funny.
Yeah,
Look
but
what
it is.
I got. I got beef gelatin to make gummies. Look, didn't the living room turn out so cute? Okay, I love it. It is so Christmassy. This is the first year that we've never had ever a real tree. Growing up, my parents always had Are you real tree or fake tree? What do you do? We have to know. I have to know, and we all need to know. I'm genuinely so curious because I do really feel like it's pretty 50-50. So I don't know, because I'm super curious, but always got a real tree. We were gonna get a real tree today, but then we were talking to my sister and they're doing a real tree this year because of their baby, their little 1-year-old, something with the flocked fake trees. I'm not really sure. I don't exactly know. But basically they're not doing it this year. So I was like, I kind of joked because I wasn't really thinking about it. I was planning on getting a tree, but I was like, well, maybe we could use your tree. And then she was like, you could. I love my tree. It's so beautiful. You should use it. And so I was like, oh, okay. So we're borrowing Grace and Mikey's tree, but now it's kind of made me like, I never thought I would say that, but it's just so beautiful. I do like the Christmas tree smell though. That's the only thing. Anyway, there's pros and cons. I love picking out a real tree, but it is really beautiful being fake and flocked, and it's easy. The lights are already up. I don't know. It looks really good. I don't know. I'm not sure if I fully converted yet to a fake tree, but little Anthropology, got a little haul from tiny little haul. I only got 3 things. I have recently switched to bralettes. So for a long time, I just wore regular underwire bras. And I've always heard things about, I don't know, like softer bras and like, not wearing a underwire bra because of, lymphatic drainage issues under your breasts and in just that area, the lymph nodes. And the lymph system needs to be supported in movement. So jumping up and down movement. And we literally do that. We support our lymphatic system. And so really, underwire bras can be very, very restrictive to our lymph system. And so I'm really, really focusing on breast tissue health, breast health in general. As most of you know, probably I have struggled with fibrocystic breast tissue. That was really my wake-up call the summer of 2020 when I was like, okay, what is going on? And anyway, my periods were getting worse and worse and worse. And my breast tissue was so just like, it was just so painful and so scary, to be honest. And so once I started looking into it more, but just more recently, I've really done things, not just nutritionally, but even more than that now. Movement, jumping up and down every single day to support the lymph drainage, and then also switching to no underwire bras. I don't know if I'm going to be absolutely perfect at it because, but ever since switching, I haven't worn one. So we'll see. I was kind of like, I don't know, when you do kind of a switch like that, you're like, I don't know, my clothes, like, is it gonna, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just so used to it. I just grew up wearing underwire bras, And so, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm really excited because this was on sale because it's, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. And this is actually, I don't know the name of it, but the color is light sand and it's just so incredibly soft. And the material is just unreal. And the funny thing is, ever since I switched, I'm like, how come it's taken me so long to even just own like a comfy bralette? Like, I genuinely didn't even own a comfy bralette. I mean, I own like sports bras and stuff like that, but I just don't own anything like that. My hair is like so incredibly knotted. Do you ever, when you wear like a sweatshirt or a jacket, does your hair ever just like knot up so back in the back? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, my hair is super knotted. But then the next thing, I'm so excited about this. I discovered this super cute herb tea shop, which, oh my gosh, I can't even believe this. So Organic Herbs, and they do have a website. So I will leave the website in the description box. But these teas, okay, this one is called Moon Cycle. And this, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I could not believe my eyes, which is so funny because, as you know, I took my ashwagandha earlier. I need to get like a special little spot for my new little herbal tinctures. But anyway, this is the Moon Cycle one. And listen to these ingredients. Dandelion root, burdock, wild yam. I can't pronounce this next one, but I'll show it to you. Dong Quai, I'm not sure. Vitex berry is amazing. Oh my gosh. Sarsaparilla, licorice root, Paul Darko. I think it's called Paul Darko. I've always heard it said Paul Darko. So I think that's how you say it. Cinnamon and ginger root. Okay, let's quickly go over these ingredients. First of all, when I saw the ingredients, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing for hormonal support, for progesterone production, everything that I'm trying to really focus on right now. And what a great way to get it is in this tea. And the funny thing is, when I read the description, well, it's not the funny thing, I mean, it's just the obvious thing, but I was already thinking that, and then that's exactly the description on what it's supposed to help. And so dandelion root is incredible at supporting our detoxification systems, our liver health. I've heard about burdock more recently, and I want to look into it more, but I've heard it's really incredible for you. And then wild yam, I believe, and I don't know if it's like the same thing, but I think that it is, but I believe that some bioidentical progesterone is sourced from wild yam. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Vitex berry is one of the most powerful natural herbal ways to support progesterone production. And I just cannot, I didn't even see this until after I purchased it. I didn't even notice that this was in there. And I have to sneeze. Hold on. Oh my gosh, it's tickling my nose. Okay, now I can't sneeze. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay. I thought that I wasn't gonna sneeze, and then I don't like that. I don't like when I have to sneeze and then you can't sneeze, you know? Hold on, I have to let Meester out. This is amazing. And then Pau d'Arco is a tea that I used to drink years ago. Very, very good for digestive health. And specifically, I remember drinking it to help support getting rid of candida. And so I'm so excited to get my NTP because I just really cannot wait to be able to understand nutrition deeper, understand gut health deeper, understand thyroid even deeper, and how you know, minerals and herbs and just certain things, how it all works together. I'm just so excited about it. So anyway, it just makes me think of like gut health, and it gets me excited. Like I can't wait to read. I can't wait to be able to read and interpret and know how to create an action plan, or just a way to support the body, you know, when it comes to like reading a thyroid panel, reading a gut test. So that is what I got, the moon cycle. Oh, I just really can't. I'm gonna brew a cup of tea, and we're gonna make some, okay, we're gonna make marshmallows, but we're gonna make, we are going to do like an espresso. I wanna add some vanilla bean paste and espresso to it. I just think that sounds so delicious. And then this one is the No Average Joe. So this one has chicory, again, roasted dandelion, which I'm very excited about. But the funny thing is I bought this regular dandelion tea, but anyway, all the dandelion tea, I'm just like craving it right now. And then this one has a couple other ingredients, and then as well as vanilla rooibos. Is it rooibos? Is that how you say it? And then elderberry and carob. So really kind of has like a chocolatey flavor. This actually specifically says, this one says the herbal coffee substitute helps support a pure, nourished body and clear mind. So there you go, herbal coffee substitute. And then this one says contains herbs traditionally used to harmonize the menstrual cycle. So we're gonna brew up, we'll probably do the moon cycle tonight, and then we're gonna make some marshmallows. Let's do it. I'm actually gonna do a little bit of a different recipe tonight. We're gonna do our 1/3 cup of water, 1 scoop of our gelatin, and you just wanna sprinkle that over the water and let it bloom. This is the pasture-raised grass-fed beef gelatin from Aspen Naturals. I got it from Amazon, already blooming so well, so nicely. We're gonna let that bloom. I have this heating up, and then we're gonna get our maple syrup, and then I'm gonna use a little bit of instant espresso and vanilla bean paste. I just wanna make my maple syrup last a little bit longer, and you're usually supposed to use a whole cup. I'm gonna try, I don't know if I should try like a 1/2 cup or a 3/4 of a cup. Let's do 3/4 of a cup, and then I'll add 1/4 of a cup of water to the mix. I don't know, we're gonna see, because I'm trying to make our maple syrup last a little bit longer. You want it to get to 220. That's what you want it to be at. So this is, okay, this is already looking beautiful.
You're always talking about leaving, milk carton, black and white face, smile vacant for the picture, parents waiting in the driveway. Oh my darling Arizona. Why?
The verdict on the tea is it's so good. I did add a little bit of steamed raw milk, maple syrup, and half of an element, I was gonna say element tea, element, half of a chocolate salt element pack, and it's so good. It's like a little bit earthy. I feel like sometimes herbal teas like this can kind of deter you if it's a little bit too earthy or you're just kind of not feeling in the mood to drink something like that, because it can have that kind of very herbal, just kind of taste, you know? But this, with a little bit of maple syrup and with the chocolate salt, ugh, it's just so good. We're gonna try our maple marshmallow. Beautiful. It's definitely still setting up, but let's try it. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Bully, I wish you could have some of this. You're so cute, Bully. Oh my gosh, stop. You're so cute too, Lisa. It's feeling very festive in here with our pumpkin pillows and the tree. I need to finish decorating tomorrow, but 100% amazing. Look how that turned out. I think I'm gonna forever put the chocolate element in everything now. It's just so good.